should define their own future. The Bermuhene of Ekwapeng Mampong in the eastern region, Nana Kwame Petit I, urges black people on the African continent to define their own future. Known in private life as Professor Obadele Kambon, the Associate Professor at the Institute of African Studies, the chief said black people must realize that their ancestors have willed to them a certain power known in the African parlance as Abibitumi, which literally means black power. The chief made the statement at the second edition of the Abibitumi conference held on Saturday, September 7, 2024. The conference was held to showcase what black people can do, considering the wealth of knowledge they possess in the wake of technological advancement. He expressed that black people on the continent should harness the power of innovation to make their own products, as demonstrated by Kantanka in Ghana and some others in other African countries. He added that black people should envision their future as one full of possibilities, making good use of the abundant resources to show the world what Africans are capable of doing without waiting on the government to do it. He, however, said any support from the African governments to push for the true liberation is welcomed. He advised Africans to suppress their taste for foreign goods, saying the preference for these goods has enslaved black people.
Why are we here? We need to see a vision for the future. Our theme this year is Black Power Vision to Reality, which was thought up by my sister here out of Arizona, who has flown all the way in just for the Abibitumi conference and for the Abibitumi Festival. So when we say Abibitumi, what is it? It is black power in every single aspect of life, even in terms of how we speak. Here you see every discussion that's going on here, every presentation is translated into Chi, our own language, so that the people here, so the indigenous people, so that they can understand what's going on and they can also contribute to the discussion. So that means Abibitumi black power exists in terms of linguistic black power. If you look outside, you see the cars that we're driving are Kantankas. These are our own cars that are made by black people here. So this is, you know, where it comes to technology, and that's one of our awardees, Dr. Engineer Safo Kantanka, who's going to get an award tomorrow for all of the great work he's been doing. So it's not just when we think about black power, we think about the past, it's also the innovation that we're bringing forward. If you look here, everything that you see here is powered by Ra, or Ra, the sun. Right? So, you know, I don't have to worry about Doomsaw and ECG and all these types of things, because we control how the energy is going on in this place. If you look outside, you'll see that we have a water catchment system with a cistern, right? This means that any time that the rain falls, that we get the water, and that's what we're using for everything in the house, of course, with filtration. We also have a solar borehole. This means that as long as the sun is shining, we get water, and then with the water catchment, as long as it's raining, we get water. What is this? This is a model for black people to follow throughout the world in terms of self-sufficiency, in terms of sustainability, where it comes to education. If you listen to what's going on, my mother just spoke on Spirit Heals. Look at the deep knowledge that she brought forth for everyone. The young people, I could see them riveted on her every word. People were being inspired. People were thinking, I wish my mother would be able to talk about something like that. But this is what's going on. You say, that if one father passes on, another father is still living for you, and you can come here and you can meet your spiritual fathers, your ideological fathers, your spiritual and ideological brothers and sisters, and you can be inspired. When you see the Abibitumi Festival, you know, I grew up in the 1980s, and they had all of these futuristic sci-fi movies, and it's set in the year 2385. And what you'll find is that there are no black people in the future. This is how they view the future. There's a future where there are no black people in the world. Well, we need to have a vision of what our future looks like. This is a liberated zone. This is a safe space for black people, and that is all you see. We don't have to worry about, I can't breathe. We don't have to worry about, you know, having a knee on our necks. We don't have to worry about getting shot down, because here the children can play and jump around, they can run around, they can hear the drums, they can dance, they can engage in the rhythm. This is the Abibitumi Black Power Conference. This side is where we think about what we need to do to get black liberation, and that side is where we get the vision of what black liberation looks like. So we need to be inspired by that. I would say inspiration is showing people possibilities, and through the Abibitumi conference and the Abibifahundi Afashe, that is showing them the possibilities of what exists. What type of clothes can we wear? You know, how can we adorn ourselves? What types of cars should we drive? My phone is a Mara phone from Rwanda. How many of your viewers even know that black people are making phones right here on the continent? How many of them are aware that we can drive our own cars? We can have our own architectural structures. Look at this architectural structure. The 8 sides come from the creation story of classical Kemet over 5,000 years ago. This is what we need to be building our structures like. The wood here is mahogany wood. You know, so all of them have meanings. This is what's carved on the doors. And once you start to learn our own indigenous language, which is the first writing system on the entire planet Earth, then you can actually get deeper and have an understanding of why you are here on the planet Earth to solve the number one problem. And we're honoring my father, Nana Kamau Rashidi Kamban, who dedicated his entire life to solving the number one problem on the planet Earth. So that's what the Abibitumi conference is all about. That is what the Abibifahundi festival is all about. And we entreat you to come to see for yourself. You shouldn't be out there, you know, you're eating your fried chicken, you're eating your hamburger, you're wasting your life away. You should be here making a difference, making a transformation here, not just on the continent, but for black people, Abibifo, throughout the entire world. That's what this is all about. Black power, vision to reality. Abibitumi, Abibifahundi. So my call to not just Ghanaians, but black people throughout the entire world is to come home. You know, you have so many of our luminaries, so many of our historians, you know, our speakers. They've said that until this land, Abibimine, is a world power, no black person anywhere in the world will ever be respected. So, you know, it's not enough to just stand on the shore, you know, with binoculars, and you're saying, oh, is it perfect yet? Is it perfect yet? Oh, it's not. Well, call me when it's perfect. No, you're supposed to be part of making it perfect. Everyone is here except for the Pan-Africanists. Everyone is here except for the Pan-Africanists. The Lebanese are here and they're running, you know, all types of industries. The East Indians are here. The Chinese are here. They're taking our resources and they're backing the yuan with gold that's coming from right here in Ghana. Everyone, all these people, you know, Ghanaians, we say, oh, they're so smart. They're so smart. If they're so smart, then what are they doing here? They know what is here, and they know that whosoever controls this continent, Abibimine, that is the person who controls the world. So it behooves us to be here in order to take control so that we can have power for black people here in the land of black people. If this is really Abibimine, the land of black people, then it is imperative on us to make sure that this actually has substance, this actually has content. If it's the land of black people, then why are you stealing our gold? If this is the land of black people, why are you taking our bauxite? Why are you taking our oil? Why are you taking, you know, our diamonds? If we're really clear on this, then the only ones who can make this the land of black people in reality are those of us who come here and do the work. So if you can't come, well, then support those of us who are here doing the work. You understand? And that's what this is all about. There are so many components to what's going on. We have, you know, the film screening that's going to be happening tomorrow. We have a statue unveiling for my father, Nana Abibifahundi, Dr. Kamau Rashidi Kamban, that's going on. We have the award ceremony where the Okriapianhene is going to get an award, where we have the former deputy chair to the AU, Honorable Nikwesi Kwate, is getting an award. As I mentioned, Dr. Engineer Safo Kantanka is getting an award. Honorable Akwesi Aria Abebu is getting an award, the head of Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President. There are so many of those who are making contributions, who are making change. Mama Udasi Miriam, who's teaching the youth how to do electrician work. You understand, this is the futuristic thinking that we need, and this is the meeting of the minds that we need right now for us to come together, and we can see the best practices of what's going on in Benin, the best practices of what's going on in Nigeria, the best practices of what's going on in Guadeloupe, the best practices of what's going on throughout Abibiriasi, the entire black world, and through that, that's where we're going to see the change. So again, you know, we yesterday we had spoken word. People loved it. People were just enthralled by it. They couldn't get enough of it. We had presentations. We had Obimfo Kofi Osari-Opoku, one of the luminary scholars right here out of Ghana. We have, you know, Mama Baina Bello, who's coming up next. We have so many things, and she's actually on out of Haiti. This is the coming together. This is real Pan-Africanism. So I don't want to next year say that no one is here except for the non-Pan-Africans, the Lebanese, the Chinese. I want some Pan-Africanists to come here and actually make that change and make that transformation, because it depends on us to make it happen.
Ahuti saying, my name is Morgan Moss from Rayville, Louisiana. I'm here at the Abibitumi second annual Black Power Conference. and it's been very inspirational and very beneficial for me to understand that black power is what we need to survive and to become free and a liberated people. And this information is being delivered here at this Black Power Conference, and I'm planning to implement it into my life and also to implement it as an example that others may acquire some of the knowledge that I'm receiving here. And this morning, it was very inspirational to understand that we are spirit, and that spirit consists of all elements that we entail. So that is my benefit that I've received today, is that we are spirit.
Yes, the way I see it is they have informative information that we can use and change for the better for ourselves. Come home. Yeah, this is the safest place to be in these times. Well, I used to live in the U.S., but I'm from Africa.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.